Well, I am an admirer of Elisa's. Elisa has even worked for me, and the fact is that she is talented.
What's it called? Kermit and Friends?
Kermit and Friends.
Kermit. But if Kermit.
You're saying
like
not to
frog?
do...
Yeah,
wait.
I actually have watched a few hours of Kermit and Friends.
How many hours have you watched, Natalie?
Oh, no. Probably indulged in 8 hours.
Holy.
My wife and I watched Benji's ex-girlfriends or whatever's going on. We watched this crazy podcast, and I have to say, this is one of the, probably in the top 5 things I think about right now.
She has a podcast, but she gets to come on the radio. It is craziness upon craziness.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Kermit and Friends. I'm Elisa. This is Fozzie, and Kermit is watching us from heaven right now. Very excited about this show, especially our guest. We have this great guest today that I met. I can't believe I met this person. Let me tell Sugar about this guest. Sugar, I met a guest. And this guest, I feel like was meant to be. I was really searching for somebody that was like more organized than me and had like a bunch of ideas, and I just needed help because sometimes I'm not like full of ideas like I would like to be, and I was feeling very like stunted. I'm like, can there just be someone that comes here and does everything and I don't have to do anything?
Your own personal Jesus.
Yeah. I need my own personal Jesus very badly right now. I felt kind of lost recently, just confused, so confused, not sure what to do.
Is that because of your fiance?
Well, yeah. I mean, my fiance is a big problem. But actually, the good thing about having a fiance that's crazy, there are a couple good things about it. If you have a fiance that's kind of like messed up and like crazy and like always getting into trouble, it makes you look like a lot better and very responsible. Like it almost gets rid of all pressure in your life. Like, I don't know about you, but when I go to like a party or a family function or anything involving other people, there's 3 topics, right? So it's like, oh, when are you going to get married? Oh, what are you doing for work? Like they're calculating how poor you are. And then what's the third thing? And then a baby. Do you want kids yet? Those are the 3 topics, right? And, those topics I do not enjoy. I just don't enjoy those conversations at all. But when you have a fiance that people are hoping it doesn't work out, it's a lot better. So when people find out that my fiance is Andy Dick, they're like, instead of saying, oh, when's the wedding? They're like, you're not still marrying him, are you?
I never realized that there were perks to having a horrible fiance. Maybe we should all get a horrible fiance.
No,
get your family off your back.
Your family will be off your back. So like say Sugar, say you get fired from your job because like you weren't good at it, right? Say you get fired for that reason. That's better than your fiance That guy, he got fired because he grabbed everybody's penis on set.
Always looking better by comparison.
Yeah. So if I have somebody that's horrible, that is really messed up, way more messed up than me, I start to look normal. I'm the responsible one. People are feeling bad. I get a lot of pity. People say like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not okay. I've never been okay. But at least now I have a reason. Before I had no reason. I'm pretty good looking. I could work technically. But when you have a horrible fiance that comes in like a tornado, you have an excuse all of a sudden. So I recommend this for everyone, Sugar. Everyone.
Well, you guys are definitely a good match. I mean, I didn't realize it until 60 seconds ago, but now I'm sold.
Yeah, no, it's great.
And I do still love Andy. I will always love Andy. I was his girlfriend for 20 or 30 seconds. It was a confusing time, confusing 20, 30 seconds of my life, but very beautiful. And, I can never be anti-Andy. And it seems like you guys really are working out well for each other in an odd way.
We are.
How's Lucas? What's going on with Lucas?
I actually hung out with Lucas and Andy. We went to a party. It went so wrong.
Was it a thrupples party?
I don't even know what it was, Sugar. I went to this great place. It's at the Beverly Hilton. It's the top of the Beverly Hilton. They opened a new restaurant club. I went there with Andy.
And someone invited Andy?
No one invited us. See, that's the thing. We don't really get invited anywhere. So we just show up places, and then we're never invited again. But we're never. I just got invited to this really fancy party, and I did not get a +1. And I'm wondering if other people got a +1, or they just know who my +1's going to be.
It's a rule in Hollywood. Okay, you can invite Jordana, but for the love of God, do not give that woman a +1.
Yeah.
Because God knows who it's going to be.
Yeah.
just let her come stag, and she'll wear something nice, but no +1s.
Yeah. Sugar, you're in a relationship, right? You have somebody?
Yeah.
Is that person like a normal person? Are they a crazy person?
Oh, God, no. He's out of his mind.
Oh, really? So you understand?
Oh, completely.
Is he doing bad in life?
No.
Oh, see, you got to get somebody. You got to get somebody that's doing really bad. That's the only way.
Yes, at the same time. I wish I could just spill my guts, but it's a bone of contention, me talking about him.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to say his name, but so he's.
But anything about him could make him identifiable. Like, he's not like super famous, but he's known enough to where I just have to keep my big mouth shut.
Okay.
And plus, there are things I know that are so private. Do you know what I mean? But I wish I could just spill.
Yeah, I tell everybody
because
everything.
There are parallels. There definitely are parallels to your relationship with Andy.
Oh, yeah?
But he's never called me anything. Well, actually, he got in a bad mood. We were chatting. We were texting. Yeah. We got into a discussion about art, and he was already in a bad mood, and I was poking the bear just to kind of see how kind of irritated I could get him. And he ended up calling me an aesthetic nihilist, which is probably
I don't even understand either of those words.
Basically, it means someone who doesn't care about taste.
Is he like an elitist type?
Yes.
Oh God.
He's like a college professor.
Oh no.
Super genius, really, really educated, and
Oh God, I hate those educated types.
I don't know, me too.
They're the worst. They know everything. They're a know-it-all.
It's so annoying, and he ends up being right about stuff, and it bugs me.
Really? No. I don't want anybody that's ever right or educated. Yeah. They're annoying. They're annoying. Okay, so if somebody can help, I have a guest called Dr. Love, or not Dr. Coach Love is on first, and then I have somebody named Sigmund. So, how am I going to help this guy Sigmund?
What do we need to do for Sigmund?
So when Sigmund's trying to log in, it says he needs a code, a login code.
What?
Do you know anything about that? So
no, just resend him the link, and he should just be able to click on the link.
Okay, let me try that. Hold on one second. Okay, yeah, see, because I don't have really a producer anymore. Okay, so Sigmund Twain. Okay, so Sigmund Twain is a musician. He's coming on the show later. I just sent him the link.
Coach, I love your music.
I have Coach Love. I have a bunch of other people, on deck. But yeah, I highly recommend Sugar and everyone. Just when you are dating someone, make sure they're really bad off, like not smart, not educated. They're a total mess. No one is wishing you well when you're in that situation. They're not wondering or bothering you about when you're going to get pregnant because they know that baby ain't coming out good. Okay. They know if you got pregnant with this guy, you'd end up delivering a moose on rollerblades. So, if you're nervous about attending some fancy party in a rich neighborhood, there is no need because you'll be kicked out of that party before they pass around the appetizers because your little boyfriend over there is snorting cocaine off a clown. So you never have to face anything again because his problems are worse than your problems. And life is way easier when you aren't the problem anymore. See, I've spent my whole life being the problem, okay? All of a sudden, I am not the problem anymore. He's the problem. He has worse problems than I could ever have. I love this concept so much I could cry. Let's welcome our first guest, Coach Love.
Hey, how are you? Welcome. Well, just hello, everybody.
Welcome to Kermit and Friends, Coach Love. I am so thrilled that I met you. I met you in a really nice way. Yeah, through the StreamYard. So StreamYard is how we're broadcasting right now. And I'm a big fan of the StreamYard tutorials. I watch this all the time to get to learn more about, about StreamYard and about how to work. Because I'm so fascinated that anybody can do a show. Anybody.
That's right. Anybody can do a show. As a matter of fact, you and Sugar, I am going to sign you up for some good friends of mine. They are over at Faith-Based Workplace and Narc-Free Living because you two have narcissists in your life.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we are narcissists. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, you guys are not narcissists, but you guys seem to both be dating narcissists.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
Oh no. So that's bad, right?
Well, you want to know what? For you seem to actually enjoy it.
Oh yeah. Well, because it makes me look a lot better. The thing is that everybody thought I was a loser until I started dating a bigger loser, and now I'm the winner all of a sudden. So I like that. Yes.
Okay. Well, you know what? Beyond winning and losing, you're enjoying it. But I will say this. When you hear your story and other women hear your story, they may not have such a great narcissist in their wheelhouse.
Oh, so my narcissist is better than other narcissists?
Well, it sounds like your narcissist actually really loves you and cares about you more than he cares about himself. But a lot of women have narcissists, or men too. They're dating a narcissist, and it's toxic. It's toxic. It's tearing them down. They're constantly draining their lifeblood versus lifting them up and making their life better.
So I noticed this is a hot topic for the last couple years. I didn't really hear the term narcissist as much as I have recently. Mm-hmm. Why do you think that is? Do you think women just figured this out all of a sudden, or why is this hot right now?
I think that female voices are definitely getting louder. What was it, like 2 or 3 years ago, where 51% of the workplace became female? Okay, and we have a lot more female voices in broadcasting. Women are writing a lot more. I mean, we're just really out there, and it's not that male narcissism is the only type of narcissism. You really trust that, because the female narcissist, oh my God.
We're bad too? How do you know if you're a female narcissist?
You know what? Narcissist is super toxic, very selfish. If you are a abuser, meaning like this, if everything has to be about you, what you want. And if you don't get what you want, you become abusive and you start to manipulate, then you're probably a narcissist and you want to seek some help about that.
Okay. So, but I feel like I've met, I've only dated really men, so I know they're narcissists, but like in my situation, it is tough because you feel like they don't care about you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like impossible to navigate a relationship like that and make into a healthy relationship. Is there any hope for a relationship like that at all?
You know what? This is the question. It's not, is there hope for the relationship? The question is, do you want to do you want to be treated that way? It's about you. How do you want to be treated?
Right.
And if you say to yourself, I want to be treated better than this narcissist's ability to treat me, well, then you might want to leave. But if you are satisfied with everything else besides the way the narcissists treat you, I mean, I'm not going to act as if I'm blind here. Sometimes relationships are about lifestyles, and sometimes it's about connection. Sometimes it's holistic and about both. Okay. And certainly there's other degrees to relationships. So let's pretend, and let's talk about a marriage. There are some marriages that were completely transactional, and I mean the kind of where people were married for like 50, 60 years. Okay. But there wasn't that bond of connection and love. The man went to work and he earned his money, and the woman got to stay home and she did whatever. And it was more about lifestyle. And if you notice, they may have never, ever really spent time together. They weren't partners. He made, crazy jokes about her, like, my wife's cooking, it's like rubber, just constant little jabs or stuff like that. So it wasn't an edifying relationship. Those relationships can last. It's not my preference, but they can last.
Are you single? Are you married? Are you dating?
You know what? I am complicated. That's what I'm going to call.
Yeah, I'll call myself that too, actually. Yeah.
I'm going to call myself complicated, and it's by choice. It is definitely by choice because relationships aren't easy, and they also, once you get in it, it is not necessarily easy to get out of. Marriage is a legal kind of thing. So am I legally married? Yes, I am legally married. But
you are?
Yeah.
Wait, what? I asked you if you're married or single. You said you're complicated. And then later you said you're married. What?
So legally married is married, meaning, yes, I have a full-fledged husband. And if I was to, die on the death certificate right now, would say I was married. But, just to be clear, my husband has mental health issues, and he also has a history of alcoholism. And so, yeah, I mean, it's very, very complicated. And when I tell you, this girl gave it the 100% old college try, full-fledged, everything that I could possibly do. And he has Crohn's disease.
Oh, no.
Okay. And so that means that I was taking care of him at times almost as if I was a nurse, doing everything that's kind of all of that, just crazy stuff. And so I'm not a person who won't stand by her husband's side, her man's side. But at the same time, I had to start creating positive boundaries. So when I speak, trust and believe, I speak from an experience level, not from a person who can't love, because some people are honestly too weak to love. Some people are honestly too weak to invest. But at the same time, some people also can't break away. So I find myself being one of those people who has the ability to invest, but at the same time has the knowledge to detangle themselves from a relationship. And it always, well, I just always find this particular idea interesting where someone says, I wouldn't take advice from someone about marriage who's divorced. And the reality is, if that person took their time and was very careful in marriage and cares about marriage, that's the exact person that you want to talk to, because that means that they have loved someone so deep to the end of what it could possibly be. And they probably got over a lot of humps in and out, but then found that divorcing was the way to go. It is hard for someone who hasn't gone through problems to tell you where you're really in trouble and if you can come back from that. I mean, I could just tell people to stay married and that will be the end of it, but that's not helpful.
Yeah, I mean, so is your husband living with you now?
No. It would
You
not
kicked
be
him out?
safe. No, you know what? I did not kick him out. I was blessed. Yes, hard truths, my friend. It's over at Facebook-based workplace. But yeah, I did not kick him out. He kicked himself out. And that was, I'm just going to call that a gift from God, because I personally I would have not enjoyed kicking someone out who had health conditions and
But
that.
these are not, coach, this is not normal health condition. This is something you were acting as a nurse, right?
Wait, he would not. Granted, I need you to know we were together like 20 years, and now I'm telling my age. I know I don't look that old, but anyway. So my point is, over the years, Crohn's disease is a chronic disease. And what that means is that some days you can be sick as a dog, or you might have periods where you are sick as a dog, where you are just throwing up like green stuff and the stuff that comes, your number two is not quite right and it's going everywhere. But then you can kind of heal, right? And you can start living your life again. Now, mind you, he is still an alcoholic. So therefore, that would also make his health conditions ebb and flow.
Oh no. So he's throwing up green. So at that point, what are you thinking? Are you thinking, should I do this forever? Because it seems like that would be.
No, absolutely not. In marriage, I'm a person that I honestly believe in marriage and I believe in commitment. And so had he been a good husband, had he been committed to the marriage as a person should be, then we would still be, on the road to being married forever, to death do us part. So it wasn't his illness that made us split up. It was his unhealthy behavior. It was his inability to respect me and love me as I deserve to be loved. When I commit to somebody and when I love somebody, I am loyal, I am sweet, I am nurturing towards that person, and I'm very, very forgiving. So I'm not looking for someone to be perfect. That said, I'm just looking for the same in return. And so what I'm not going to accept is abuse. And you want to know what? I want to compare what I'm talking about to some of our topics, which, mental health of rising in success. And I'll give you an example. If you're with someone and while you are rising to success, they actually undermine you, and how might that be? If they see that you are getting your degree and maybe you have to study at home, or you're in entertainment, and for some reason they simply can't be quiet while you're doing an interview. They got to crank the music up super high while you're doing or an interview. They just do stuff to undermine your success. I remember when I was getting my master's degree, and he would always create a catastrophe while I was studying, or if he knew I had a big test. And so it was just constant undermining my positivity. Or if I had a speaking engagement, he would try to start a fight with me.
Oh no.
Yeah. So what did I learn to do? A skill that I actually learned not to fight, because a narcissist is always trying to pull you in. They're always trying to suck in your energy. And so I actually learned the skill of not fighting. And so dealing with him in my household really gave me an amazing bit of patience with people, externally. And so what's funny is I get compliments. No, she meaning I is not perfect. And I don't
No one is.
I don't dare to try to be perfect. But what I can tell you is what I learned from him is how to navigate toxicity in a different kind of way. I can point out a whole bunch of things that I would like to improve about myself, but I will tell you this, the things that I'm looking to improve about myself are not the things that hurt him. I'm not harmful to him. I actively actively sought through our marriage to elevate him. I can't tell you how many days and nights I sat by his bedside, either cleaning up poop and elevating him in his career. So,
wait, did you say cleaning up poop?
Cleaning up poop. It's Crohn's disease. Crohn's disease. So Crohn's disease is a intestinal disease. And so it doesn't, that's what that is. It affects your GI tract.
So there's poop everywhere?
Well, I'm not going to say, it didn't like explode, but sometimes if you're really, really sick and you're laying down, it doesn't, it's not a pretty scene.
I just can't believe that there's poop everywhere and this guy's still not treating you right.
You know what? Someone can say, I'm sorry so many times, right? And you can sacrifice a lot for a person, but that if they don't have it in them, they don't have it in them. Period. They just don't.
Yeah, no matter what.
No matter what, there is no amount of sacrificing that you can do that's going to make somebody be different. I can't make him be different. I can't.
Yeah.
And
is it easier? Is it easier to let someone go when there's poop involved?
You know what? I don't know what kind of love other people have. Okay. But I'm going to compare it. A lot of people have pets, and a lot of people have kept really, really sick pets. And I'm using a pet because when people think of people, they start complaining and trying to make that person, trying to make that person be like at a perfect level. Okay. But when you have a dog or a pet, you let that pet just get away with everything.
Yeah, they're perfect. They're perfect. They could do anything, and you forgive them.
And you forgive them. So I'm not comparing him to a pet, but what I am saying is when you love somebody in a kind of an unconditional way, you kind of remove certain expectations. You're not trying to make somebody do something. So if you are a caregiver, oh my gosh, who is that? Is it Tony Bennett and his wife, kind of said that she gets to take care of a legend?
Oh.
So, the guy that sings with Lady Gaga.
Oh, Elton John?
No.
Who?
Okay, family, help us out. He was in Vegas and he sang for years.
Oh yeah. Jones. Tom Jones. No, wait.
I don't know.
Tony Bennett.
Okay, so it is really Tony Bennett. Okay.
Yeah, I think it is Tony Bennett.
His wife he has Alzheimer's, and she is taking care of him without any expectation of him giving anything in return. That is what I'm trying to say. If you love someone, you are comfortable taking care of them. That, I mean, to death do us part in sickness and in health. That is what it is really about. At the same time, if someone is horrible and it is not their illness that's making them horrible, you have to, those are the things that made me pull back. It wasn't his physical health condition.
Okay, hold on one second. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hi, Elisa. This is Maria Duke. You submitted a casting.
Oh, shit. Hold on 1 second. I would like to talk to you. Hold on 1 second. Coach Love, can you just take over for a second?
Yes, I can take over.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm going to put you with Charmin and just keep the conversation going, okay?
Okay. Hi, Charmin. How are you?
Good, Coach Love. How are you? I'm so glad you're here. We do have a lot of narcissists here.
Well, you know what? You have to kind of be a snake handler these days.
Yep.
You know,
call it the
narcissists
asshole whisperer.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one. That is a good one. So have you been listening?
I have.
Okay.
I know your relationship is complicated. There's a lot of complicated relationships here. We all love you and welcome you to the Kermitarian home.
Well, I appreciate that. And you know what? We were actually supposed to be talking about mental health, which I guess this is kind of mental health, because a comment that I get about people who kind of know my story, they might say, "Oh my God, I don't know how you remain so positive." You know, I had no idea they'll say things like that. And that is because I'm not fully invested into problems. Even though that's my story, that story does not define me. And that's also not the end of my story.
I found it made my story easier to succeed if I found a way to put a positive spin on everything. I'm one of those weird people that can put a positive spin on almost anything. And I try to make whatever catastrophe I'm in at the time fun. I try to make it an adventure. I try to find a way to bring it back together where there's a lesson I learn in the end, right? Because no matter how complicated the situation is, you're still evolving. You're still becoming somebody hopefully better than you were yesterday.
I agree with that. I agree with that. We have to, we can't lose. We just have to learn, right?
Right.
Get a little better every day.
Yep. And then try to share your knowledge with your friends, because you never know how your situation is going to impact somebody else. You know, sometimes what you go through while it was miserable and horrible for you, it might help somebody else in a similar situation get out. Hi, Simon. How are you?
Look at this guy. This guy's very interesting. Hold on 1 second, Coach Love and Charmin. This is a new person here. His name is Sigmund. He was booked by my friend Elaine. Okay. He is amazing. He's a rapper. Wait, actually, can you describe yourself, Sigmund?
Yeah, Sigmund Twain. I have a book out called Sigmund Twain's Mental Cookbook. It's been out a long time. But most recently, I have the most exciting addition to my life, which is a music partner. I go to Vegas once a month, and we've already recorded 7 albums in 5 months. We're doing shtick now, too, you know, like skits and like commercials. And so that's really cool. So I'll refer you to my SoundCloud address and my Instagram address when you'd like it.
Wow. Okay. So you wear a lot of hats, right? You're a very creative guy. You're friends with Elaine, who's my friend. I think you're local in Hollywood. Is that right?
Yeah, I live near the House of Pies on Franklin and Vermont.
Wait, you live at
Los Feliz. Yeah, I live inside the kitchen. No, I live near the House of Pies on Vermont. Maybe you don't know that area. It's right at Vermont and Franklin, near Hollywood.
Wow. Okay. This is very exciting. I like your look. I like the way you are. And you rap. Okay. Do you have any raps that you can do right now?
No, actually, it's what it is. It's spoken word. And what that means is my friend composes the music first. Then he composes and sings the chorus.
Okay.
And then together, mostly me, sometimes it's just me, we write the lyrics to the spoken word, which is the verses. So I don't actually have anything. Oh, well, what I do is I read we recorded, it's on YouTube. We just recorded 3 new pieces, things that I write. And so I just read those onto a YouTube thing, which you can look up later.
Okay, I will.
I could try to read from my phone. Oh, actually, better than that. Here is my Sigmund Twain's Mental Cookbook, and here's how this goes. I'll make this interesting. So, if you can name any subject, it's a pop culture encyclopedia, I call it, and so you can name any subject, and I'll look that up and I'll read to you what the most interesting, anything you want to hear about. But I don't.
Any subject?
What's that?
Any subject?
Yeah, especially like romance and rejection. I can actually tell you how all that works.
Okay, what about like narcissism and relationships?
Oh, that's what you were saying. Okay, well, I think that ties right into this. So you know how people get all disappointed, this broken heart, or they feel rejected. And so actually what it is most of the time, at least in my world, is that the person that's supposedly rejecting you early in, I'm talking about really early before a relationship maybe even gets started. And everything seems to be going great. And then you go, well, why aren't they talking to me anymore? I think it's because they sense that you have a lot more energy and confidence that they do, and that sooner or later you're going to move on and reject them. And so to prevent that from happening, they just shy away. That's my experience. That people, I think they're overwhelmed by me, and they think, oh, this guy will never stay with me, and so I call it pre-rejection. It's in my book.
Pre-rejections. So
you get rejected by the person who feels like they're going to get rejected eventually anyway. Do you ever thought about it that way?
So have I ever thought of it that way?
Wow.
I don't think I get into that situation. Too much.
Well, let's go into maybe more general sense then. So what do you think is the main reason why somebody gets rejected? It could be because they were mean or did something stupid, and you should get rejected. But I mean, I've had this happen like with this woman I met last year. Whoa, is that my feedback?
No, that's me.
Okay. I met this woman, and we seemed to be getting, like, she was just the right age for me, in my opinion, and everything else besides that. And we were together for 3 hours the night we met. We just went on a mission. She wanted to go and meet this guy, this Jewish accountant comedian who was going to write comedy for her stand-up. Anyway, so it seemed like we were off to a great start. And then she just kind of, we were supposed to go to these various shows together. It was her. Oh, but then the COVID thing hit. And so, like, right at that point, she probably got cold feet and thought, I don't want to go out and, get sick. So she became a homebody. And so it ended the relationship before it really had a chance to start. But okay, so I think that people, they sense that you're trying to think of another way of explaining that. I just think if another person so it's either, we didn't do anything wrong. I mean, we got along perfectly. I have a transcript of all of our messages back and forth. I'm saying there's absolutely no reason why she shouldn't be interested in me. So it must be because she's just afraid that I would become too controlling or dominating her life because she'd be too easily controlled. Some people don't have the confidence to keep up with the other people who do have the confidence. Can't you relate to that?
So
Whoops.
I think the COVID excuse.
That's not a good excuse, no, because friends don't break up because they tell you to stay inside your house. And that shouldn't be a reason why she didn't want to continue. But she's the one that suggested that we go to this free concert at the Palladium where Budweiser was sponsoring this new beer called Bud Seltzer Light. And I thought, oh, God, who wants that? But anyway, it's supposed to be a free concert. And also the Bernie Sanders and Public Enemy show a couple weeks before that. But then she wouldn't answer me at all. I think she just felt like I was just too much in love with her, or for good reasons. In other words, that we would be a natural couple. And because we were so naturally perfect for each other, she just had to bail out.
But did she think that you guys are perfect for each other, or was that?
No. Okay. Well, here, let me give you what happened right near the end. So I went out and bought this fedora, not this green one, but like a nice hat. And I posed in front of my curtain in my living room. So it was like a silhouette. And she writes this comment. She says, so cool, dude. Looks like if Tony Montana and Noam Chomsky had a kid. I mean, so that's kind of a resourceful comment.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I maybe piled on too many, all nice things that I said, like projecting that we'd have a beautiful future together. I don't think that's a reason to break up with somebody.
All right, let's ask. We have an expert here. Let's ask her. Okay, so Coach Love, this guy came on very strong to a woman, and it sounds like, and it was fast, right? How long did you know her before you were saying these things to her?
Okay, good question. So we met in December of 19, and we sort of, after a month and a half, okay, first of all, I made all these fantastic, complimentary comments. She's a wonderful makeup artist and model. So there's all these cool things. Yeah, she puts makeup on herself. So she's the model and the artist. Okay, then, so I would like maybe have too many nice things to say about her because I love writing. I'm a super writer and complimentary writer. So then she disconnected me from her private account, which is Instagram. Maybe she just got tired of all my compliments, just got overbearing after a while. Isn't that terrible? You're an actress and you're getting tired of
Okay, so she's a model, right?
No, she's a homebody. She's a homebody, lives with her mom in an old house.
Okay, but you called her model earlier. How old is this model?
She's 31. And
okay,
no, I don't mean she works as a model. I'm saying she puts, you know how Instagram is? She puts all these interesting hairstyles and makeup and stuff and looks so different, has a lot of poses. So that's the model. I'm not saying she works as a model. I'm saying she's a model on Instagram by virtue of putting on all these interesting makeup things. Okay, so let me finish this up. So after a month and a half, she disconnects me from Instagram. And then I ran into her at the other bar. We have two main bars here near Hollywood and Vermont, Normandy, that area. And so I ran into her and she says, oh, let me give you my new phone number. So I did. And a couple of days later, she says, why don't we take the train down to see Bernie Sanders at the fairgrounds, or that place down there, Expo. And then she says, oh, I'm looking forward to your birthday, which is in March. And we'll go to this event. And then, so while that's waiting to happen, I just start saying all these nice things about her and projecting our future, like we're going to change the world together, you know, that kind of stuff.
I just want to consult with my coach here.
Did that scare her? I mean, I don't get it. I still don't know.
Sigmund, hold, please hold. Okay, hold on, Sig. Okay, I would like to consult with my coach, Coach Love. Coach Love. Mm-hmm. This makes me like not even want to live. The fact that this guy thinks he can get a model on Instagram, why does he think that? What's going on in this world right now?
I met her in person.
You did?
You met her in person. Okay.
I met her in person. We went out for 3 hours. We walked to like 8 different places within the first 3 hours we met. It was all about meeting in person. Then she gave me her Instagram address, and then I started steadily complimenting.
So, Stephen, I just have a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you let her talk while you were together?
We weren't really ever together. We eventually had, after that first night when we walked for 3 hours, it would just be text messages. So is that what you mean?
Right.
No,
we never.
Oh, yeah. We were very, very, we call it equal. Yeah, I didn't talk all the time, no.
Well, yes, but did you hear what she had to say during the walk?
She didn't have anything to say. What we did is we went to meet this guy that was supposed to be the comedian, writer, accountant.
It wasn't Andy, was it?
No, I don't even know his name.
Right.
So we didn't find it. We went to his apartment on Vermont. We snuck into the elevator. No, as we got in the front door, went up together to the 4th floor. You know, it's like a Nancy Drew mystery here. Went up to the 4th floor. We didn't find out which apartment. So I said, why don't we go to Dresden's across the street? You know, Dresden's is like a fancy where Martina Lane played, the old-fashioned restaurant bar. So I went in there and bought her a drink, and then we went all the way over to Harvard Stone, which is like half a mile away. And then we danced there, and I put up my camera and videotaped her for a few seconds in front of the band that was playing. And we ended up in my apartment that night. She just wanted to see what it looked like, I guess. And she didn't really want to drink anymore because all I had was wine and she was drinking tequila. So that's not a good mix. So at least she has that common sense. And then I walked her down Hollywood Boulevard back to the street, which would send her back in the direction of where she lives. And then I met her mother 10 days later in the front yard doing a yard sale. So I spent a half an hour talking to her mom before she came out because she said that she had Dolma and milk. And I don't know, that made her sick the night before.
Sigmund, you said that 31 is the perfect age for you.
Yeah.
What about 31 is such a great age for you?
No, what I mean is that's a lot older than 25 and 19, which are my other interests.
So, Sigmund, this is what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you something that will probably help you, and it'll help almost any guy.
Mm-hmm.
Something very sexy for a man to do is to listen. Listen.
It's pretty hard to listen when she never sends any messages. I was the one that would send things to try to get her interested and draw her back into or start a relationship. She would never even answer anything. So what's there to listen to? She just bailed out.
Right.
I know you're using classical psychology. You're using classical psychology. Well, you have to listen. she didn't ever say anything other than that first night. Yeah.
Well, I meant on that first date, because it sounds like that's when she lost interest.
No. She
Was
gave me
it a
her-
date? No, but Sigmund, what did she know was a date? Did she think she was meeting you for some other reason?
She didn't know she was meeting me. We ran into each other in the back patio of Tabula Rasa, and she says, I'm supposed to meet this Jewish accountant comedian. Go with me. She says, okay, you can finish your beer first, but let's go. So she grabbed me. I mean, what do you call that? Figuratively. And we walked a half a mile down to these apartments, and we didn't find him. So we went to Dresden's. We went to another bar. I bought her a pack of cigarettes. There's a good sign. And then went to my apartment for just a few minutes. So we were together for 3 hours instantly from the night we met. And we talked completely equally. And she suggested that we go to 2 different shows, but that's right at the time when COVID lockdown started. And so that could be her excuse for. But I sent a lot of messages suggestive to her that we were a good couple or something to that effect. And then she just probably thought that's too many messages at once. So she couldn't listen to me anymore. Is that the same thing? There's nothing for me to listen to her. I was only with her for 3 hours that first time. And then was it 3 months later, we ran into each other and she said, let me give me your new phone number, her new phone number. So obviously she must have liked me enough to give me her new phone number. And then we started a whole new set of text messaging on that. And when I sent her that picture of that hat, she said, with the Noam Chomsky picture, she said, so cool, dude. Looked like the kid of Noam Chomsky, Tony Montana. And I thought, wow, she really does appreciate me. So then I started sending more nice messages, and that's it. Never heard from her again. I know it sounds like she's weird or I am, or we're perfect for each other. Perfectly weird. Good, go
maybe
for it.
Maybe it's just bad timing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's.
Okay. Yeah. She said that she had a bad boyfriend that turned her into an alcoholic. I don't know about complete, but so she was finishing up AA meetings when I first met her. But she did meet a nice girl in there that was very, supportive of her. And I said, yeah, that's good. Stay together with her. But she kind of seemed like she was trying to get rid of me that 10 days, when I met her and her mom at the yard sale. I guess she was trying to warn me that she had a bad relationship. I think that's the nicest way to say it. It could be a lot worse than saying it to me.
Okay, one second. I'm just getting a call, Sigmund. I'm getting a call. Kermit and Friends, how can I help you?
Hey, Elisa, it's Gonzo.
Hey, Gonzo.
Hey, I have some advice for Sigmund because I know exactly what he's going through. You just got to keep trying harder. Show her that you really, really care. So just try harder. You're at like a 5. You need to go at like a fucking 10.
Yeah. So he's not trying hard enough. So he should keep going. I
think he likes her enough. Yeah.
Yeah. She does. So, she might not know. She might not know that he likes her. You're right.
Yeah. She's not picking up the signals. You got to keep trying harder.
Okay. Sigmund, did you hear that? Do you think she's confused on whether you like her or not?
No, not at all. No, she knows that I like her way too much. We are probably perfectly matched socially. She was going to be a stand-up comedian at what's that thing called on Fairfax, the Kibitz Room, which makes sense. She's Jewish, and so people do stuff like that. They go. That's the only Jewish comedy club I know of. Anyway, so she's going to do that. Yeah. And I think she got the idea that I totally liked her so much, and it was a little bit too much because she didn't want to get in because she had that bad relationship, and now she's in AA meetings, and she's also 86 from Harvard and Stone, not before I met her. And I think she's telling me all these bad things about her because she wanted to diffuse my my natural interest in her being my new friend. Yeah.
All right. Okay. We have another expert calling in. It's Barry.
Good.
Yes, Barry. Kermit and Friends. How can I help you?
So 2 things. Well, actually 3. One, I wanted to make a big announcement that I just got a casting on a show called Love or Fame, which is on iOS currently, but I'm waiting for the Android app to come out to appear on it.
Okay.
The other thing is, definitely, Sigmund, take Gonzo's advice. Keep trying harder. It's a great way to get a restraining order against you. Yeah, obviously this girl's not interested, so best of luck to you. That's all I got to say. You're losing major social cues here.
Wow, Barry. So how do you know that, though? You're not good at that either, actually. What?
She never responds.
Yeah.
It's like if she was interested, she would respond. But this guy guy's going on consistent rants. It's like even on the show, it's like it's getting like so annoying. Just like hearing his rants go on and
I don't think so. No, he's a great guy. Look at him. He's awesome. He's green. He's
He looks like a leprechaun. Okay?
no, he doesn't. He's beautiful.
I'm supposed to be in actually the host.
Yeah, no offense to him, but he looks like the guy from the Lucky Charms commercial with that hat on.
Well, who the hell are you? He's just a loudmouth
Shave your
smartass.
beard, get rid of the green hat, okay?
All right, Barry. All right, Barry. That was Barry. You know, Barry's not one to give advice. He called me so many times. Like, I mean, I had to block him.
He's just a troublemaker.
Yeah, he's a troublemaker. Yeah, he's
But
wrong.
anyway, let me finish up. Okay, on this thing about they say try harder and stuff. Man, did I ever do a great long-term job? Okay, so March 5th this last year, it's like a year ago, is when she said, "Oh, you look so great in that picture." I thought, "Oh God, she really does like my image and so on." So I sent her a whole bunch of messages over the next week, and then she just never wrote back because she probably thought, "Oh, this guy, I can't handle all this." So I let 5 months go by till the end of August until I started to really miss her. I felt like something's wrong here. Why aren't we together, at least talking? So I started sending her messages again, slowly. I mean, like just a couple times a month, essentially. And I said, I hope I can at least make it to our anniversary. I call it a unilateral anniversary, which would be December 4th. And actually, that's the day I started my long-term music partnership. So it's like my reward for paying my dues and hanging in there for a year with her was that I got a music partner to make music for 6 months now. Anyway, so the last part of this is that I hope to make it, which I did. I sent her, like, strategically sending her messages like on her anniversary date without saying that. I just sent her a really nice sort of summary message of her talents and so on. You know, it's good stuff. And not only did I not hear back from her then, but I was going to end it there. I said, you know, she's never going to respond to me again, or at least not for 3 years. And so I figured I won't send any more messages. And then January 10th, there was something that just seemed so perfect to send her. And so I did. And I thought, okay, at least I made it, stretched it into the beginning of the new year, January 10th of this year. And then then she blocked me because like about a month or two later, I thought, well, let me just test this and I'll just put in a dot, you know, just send a message of a period. Because I mean, it's still a message, right? It's still a transmission. And it didn't go through. My dot didn't go through, which means she decided to block me after January 10th of this year. After writing nice messages to her, you know, like send like a really great link. Like I remember, okay, the end of the year, December 31st, there's that song called I Want to Know What You're Thinking. Tell me what's on your mind. You know the song?
I love that song.
Pure energy. Yeah, I know. So I sent her and I said, time to get up and dance. You know, that kind of stuff. Like I'd encourage her to celebrate her life or, you know, like go out and have fun, go out and dance and send a movie. And never any responses. So she's got a total phobia about even talking to me because she probably thinks that once she does, then she's done. In other words, when she calls me at all, that she'll be helplessly controlled by me or something.
Do you think that if I called her, she'd pick up?
Yeah, let's try it. The only thing is,
all right, send me her number. Send me her number through Instagram. I'll call her. What's her name?
This is like Ryan Seacrest, Ryan's Roses, except it's not about jealousy and cheating. It's the opposite. Well, I have to switch screens to find her number, okay? I don't know it offhand. I mean, okay, if I hit the little circle on the bottom of the phone, that won't disconnect you. That just reduces the screen, right? Because I don't want to disconnect.
Is this the first time you weren't able to send someone a dot?
Yes.
Okay.
But she doesn't know what to dot. Oh, wait. No, I was already blocked before the dot went through.
Okay, I'm going to call this person. Yeah, I'm going to find out what really happened.
Yes.
If she's watching Kermit and Friends.
I doubt that.
Yeah.
I never even heard of it until Elaine only told me about it about a month ago, and she loved it. And I thought, what are you talking about, Kermit? You're watching Sesame Street reruns? But no. By the way, why is it called Kermit and Friends? Is Kermit does he show up once in a while?
My dog that I lost this past year is named Kermit. And I named it after her.
Okay. I thought this was supposed to be in reference to Kermit the Frog. Okay.
Well, she was named after Kermit the Frog. All right. So
I'm trying to. If I minimize this screen, I don't think He's going
to work on it. Okay, work on that. Just stay there. Work on it. Send me her number. I'm going to call this girl because I want to know what happened. I mean, Coach Love, I have a feeling I know what happened. I have a strong feel. See, the problem is, Oh, this is what's so messed up in the world, Coach. He met this person. Oh man, this is men.
Do you think at all she wants him? I'm just curious. Do you think he does? She does?
Let's ask Dr. Roy Alabato. Dr. Roy, any chance at all that I call this girl and it's successful?
So I've been listening in, and I have a couple opinions here. Okay. One is that we try to connect with people, and we do have a connection, and sometimes things don't deal with you, it deals with their own issue. I call like an attachment style. And it seems like this woman might have like a fearful attachment style or a dismissive attachment style. And if she's sending a message of blocking someone, I base people on their behavior. You judge people on their behavior, not what they say. And so if someone blocks you, it's a message, And so I would move on. I would move on,
If someone blocks you, it's really bad, because I don't even block people that I like hate, because I'm just curious what they're going to say, So if somebody blocks you.
Why don't you call her? Can I give you the number? It has to be off air.
Here. Could you see the private chat on the right of your screen? Does it say private?
Do you have to drop down menu? Drop down menu or what? No, it doesn't say.
Okay, can you get in your Instagram?
Okay, I found it.
Okay, yeah, just Instagram me the number. I'll call. Coach Love, any advice for me?
Well, I want to know, Sigmund. Oh, for you when you call her?
Yeah.
I think she's going to be completely caught off guard.
Maybe she'll be happy.
Are you going to tell her that she's on a live show?
Yeah. I'm going to say, hi, this is Elisa from Kermit and Friends. I'm giving you a call. We're on the air. Should I say that? Yeah, I guess I have to. And it's on behalf of Sigmund.
This is great. Thanks for having me on the show. This is the best experience I've ever had.
Oh, wow. And so are you going to say he's interested in going out with you again? Would you like to do that? Or are you going to say, he wants to know why you blocked him? What are you going to say?
What am I going to say? I haven't thought that far ahead. I just found out we were doing this. I think I'm just going to, I'm going to go in easy, I think. I'm not going to no?
Wait. Let me
her. Ask
Can I just
her
recap something?
If she ask her, has she, there's a guy that say, I have a guy who has shown some interest in you, and we
could just be friends. It doesn't have to be romantic. She could just talk. She can just talk.
If that's even her headspace.
She won't even answer emails. Yeah, go ahead.
So see where her head is.
As far as giving him time to let it process information, like people say, give him time to, process. Like I mentioned, so she didn't block me, just wouldn't respond to me. And on March 5th of last year, I let 5 months go by, and then finally it started to really get to me. I thought, oh, come on, we should be friends. So I started sending her messages every couple of weeks or so, nice and easy. And she didn't ever block me then. It wasn't until January 10th. That's like, what is that? 6 months of me sending sporadic, whatever you call that, messages. And then finally, when I tried to send a dot, it didn't go through. So she must have thought, okay, you've had your chance. You've had a whole year of trying to schmooze me, and I'm never going to talk. I mean, I'm making up this theoretical. So I would like to see if you can call her. I don't know if she'd even answer the phone. She's pretty private. She said that when I invited her.
I'm going to try to call. I can't make any promises to anyone. I'm going to try to call. Okay.
You'll probably get voicemail, but go ahead.
All right, let me try. I would like to try. We do good deeds here, right? Oh, I don't know her name. Hold on one second. I need to have her first name, right?
Karina.
Sigmund. What is it?
Karina. Karina. Karina.
Is she Russian?
Yes. She's.
Oh, what a shock. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Russian model.
Your call cannot be completed at this time.
Oh,
hey! No, that's good.
She disconnected her phone.
She disconnected her phone, not because of you.
Oh, yeah. In that sense, yeah.
All right. See, things aren't as bad as you thought. what?
Hey, there's this search thing. I won't tell you the name right now. It's pretty simple. There's two searches. You can look up people's address. In fact, I already looked up your address.
My address?
Yeah. Do you live? Is it okay if I just give the name?
No, it's not.
Not the name of not even the name of the street.
No.
Okay, but I found you and your age and everything. There's this thing where you just type in the person's name and city, and it gives you all your previous addresses, and maybe not all of them, but most of your previous addresses, and it's free. I bet you'd like to know that.
No, I don't want anybody to know that.
You don't want to look up anybody else's information? Never mind. Let's move on here. So I looked you up, and I found it has your relatives.
Okay. Why did you do that? Why?
Because once you know how to do that, you're just curious to know how old people are and stuff like that. I won't tell. Okay, chill out. Okay, so I'm going to do that. It takes a while for those things to update, so I doubt it has their new number in it. But that was the number that she gave me. She says, let me give you my new number. You know what she's probably afraid of? Oh, there's a guy named Charlie Lopez who's a comedian, and that's my only other the only other person I knew besides her mother is this guy Charlie. And so we're really close friends now, partially because of talking. He says, yeah, he got to make out with her one night, but she didn't want to go any farther than that. And he's only about 3 years older than her, not like 100 years older. So he was frustrated. He said he thought she was the one, and he probably said so. And then she just dumped you as soon as you say that you're interested in them. Now, she's probably still hurting from the guy that said was the bad relation. I hope it wasn't physically abusive. Mentally abusive is bad enough. But she was telling me she's just ending with a bad relationship. She got kicked out of Harvard and Stone. Like, what could she do? She got so drunk, she punched somebody. So she's a little bit wild, which doesn't bother me. But she's also really careful now not to get involved with any men at all. You want to send her a letter? I have her address. We could make this work.
Okay, if you Instagram message me her name,
yeah,
I'll write to her on there and see if I can get her new number. How does that sound?
Oh, or just contact her at all. See, the thing is, I'm probably blocked from because if you put in her first and last name, there's like 20 names that exact name, but none of them are her. I mean, that's so frustrating. In other words, a lot of people have that kind of last name that's like a famous cowboy. That's her last name, the most famous cowboy. Anyway, but I'll send you her. Okay, I'll go right back to Instagram. Is that what? Yeah, and I'll give you her first and last name and address for that matter. And see if you can find her. Oh, Facebook, that's the thing. So after I started following her on Facebook, because that wasn't a private account, and I followed it for quite a while. Now I don't think I can even find her. That's why I said to Charlie, I said, can you check up on her? Because she hasn't sent a message, hasn't posted anything on Facebook for quite a while. Can you see if she's all right? And he never really answered me. I don't think she
Wait,
won't talk to.
Charlie Lopez?
Yeah, he's a comedian that's known her and made out with. See, he's a stand-up, and he was the one that sort of helped sponsor her into comedy. You know what I mean? Like help a newcomer get started.
Is he a famous comedian?
No. He's relatively new. It sounds like a famous
I found
name.
him.
You found Charlie on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, now do this. Put in Karina. We're allowed to say first names. And by being a smart detective, put in the last name that's a famous TV cowboy who they used to sing together at the end of their show. That's not giving it away, is it? You should get it, though. I mean, come on.
Is it the guy from Toy Story?
No, a TV comedian from the 60s, like. Not comedian, I'm sorry.
Okay, what does she look like? And what is she wearing in her main picture? Because I see a lot of Karinas that he knows.
Exactly. Okay, so her most recent profile picture that I was able to find just up until a few weeks ago, she may have canceled her account, or I'm just blocked.
Is Sugar right? Okay.
Okay, her picture is this ultra close-up, like it's not even the whole face. And she has this beautiful wraparound, like has her hair, she tints it gold. And well, it's like a golden wraparound and the red lips, and I call her a Lana Turner.
What color is her shirt?
She doesn't have a shirt. It's just from her lips up to her forehead. It should, unless she's changed it.
I don't see her. I don't see them.
Well, she probably doesn't have the account. It's there again. I'm probably not blocked from Facebook either. She just dropped off. the face of the earth.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, maybe
It looks like she's dropping out of society. Yeah, it's kind of sad. I hope she'd get the COVID. That would be
Are there any women, other women out there that you could be? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, like at least 4. Yeah.
Okay.
One of mine promoting. She's a singer. You know, I mentioned that I have a music partner who put out a bunch of albums and stuff. And look how cool this is. So I met this new one on April 3rd. And let's see. She told me she was a singer, might get a record contract with Sony Japan. And her songs, blah, blah, blah. So then we find out that her father, he has a Facebook. Her father's a composer. He's French. He was in a band.
Yeah.
He was in a band. He's a composer. So he has this huge recording studio. If you see all the keyboards and everything, my friend was pretty impressed. He has keyboards, whatever, in studio. So just the other day, we sent an instrumental that I want for her to sing. In other words, she can write the lyrics. And the way it works is like the producer has to tell you where and when to sing, to fit it in where the verses belong and not turn the chorus. That's still hard for me to understand this. And I played the accordion when I was young. There you just play what they tell you to in the sheet music. Anyway, so just the other day, like Monday morning, Wappy, that's his name, sent this 3-minute instrumental track of a rock and roll song to her father, who's her composer. And I'm going to follow on that later today by asking his girlfriend, whose phone number I have. I mean, I met both of them in person. A month after I met this singer named Sean Michelle, I met both of her parents, and then we got along great for like 3 hours. I'm chatting with her parents. And he's got the recording studio. She's retired sales manager for iHeart Media.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Do you know, maybe you know people? Well, I could tell you her name's Jody. I guess it's okay to say that.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so what a family. The father's a composer and the mother is in radio media. So, wow is right. Yeah, so she's just a wonderful kid. And I don't expect her to be my girlfriend, but what I do expect is for her to write the music to this rock and roll track. In others, we'll start like a permanent collaboration between the 3 of us. I mean, she'll still have her own career, but the thing is, they do the guest stars, like the DJ, David Guetta will invite Sia, and they write this great, like, was it called Dynamite or? No, it wasn't Dynamite. Titanium, that song, Titanium.
Yeah, that's a great song. I like that song. All right. Yeah. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, this is.
So she's my most exciting new friend because I just met her. Oh, but then there's another one that I met at a picnic last Sunday, and she does this quantum healing. I mean, I've said, you heard of Reiki healing, there's the Bowen method and all this stuff, but she does things called the body code. And she's a young woman, 25. And this is pretty high tech stuff, quantum healing. And so I plan on paying her to do the 1 hour remote session. You're not even with them. There's remote healings where people have healed people in Chicago, like from San Francisco. Anyway, so she does remote healing. That's what I'm getting at.
Remote healing.
Oh, and then there's the one that writes for Rolling Stone magazine too, or as a freelancer. And she would be her birthday's coming up June 16th. So I know various women that are kind of established, accomplished people, and those would be good partners for me.
Speaking of partner, my fiance's here, Andy. Hey, Andy.
Hi. Wait a second. The Andy Dick? Because you know Lee then, right? Because he talks to you on Clubhouse. He says he knows you. Lee. Who's with the Lee? Last. Can I say his last name? Can I say his last name? Epstein.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, he knows you. He knows you, and he says that they've met you in person. He and the one I'm talking about is Madison, the woman who writes for Rolling Stone, or has written for them, and she has a master. Okay.
So Sigmund, I'd like to kind of tell Andy, because Andy's actually great with women. He's so good with women. So Sigmund's problem is he's been really into this woman for like a year, more than a year.
I'm pretty much done with her now after a year and 3 months of no, I'm not saying I reject her if she ever called me back, but I've moved on to, in other words, over time you meet other people, and I have like 4 other women that would probably not better match, but it was a chemistry thing. The thing about her was that it seemed like we were just meant to be from a previous lifetime, that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Whereas the other women seem somewhat artificial. They're not artificial, but it seems like, why do you try to, okay, so here's this model you meet and think, oh, wow, what a hot, that's a trophy girlfriend, and that sort of thing. With her, it wasn't a trophy. I mean, she's gorgeous, but it wasn't a trophy girlfriend. It's like meeting your own sister, but a sister that could be a permanent friend. It was more of a soulmate thing than even a girlfriend thing. That's what it is with Karina. But she's so reclusive. She's so reclusive, though. Do you know her? Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know her. What's her name?
No, Karina. Last name starts with an R.
Who is? I still am wondering who this Lee person is.
Wait, you're not the Andy Dick, the comedian, then?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Lee Epstein says that he and his friends, possibly including Madison, that they know you from either in person or on Clubhouse. Aren't you on Clubhouse? Or maybe just they are.
That is. I never heard of it. What is it?
It's a social media thing.
Oh, like Twitter or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I'm not on it. I never heard of it.
But are you sure you're the Andy Dick that was like on news radio? Because news radio.
I wish I wasn't.
Because remember that line you did that was so funny, where they're doing this thing where they have to all go to sleep, because they'll be traveling so they lay down in those little miniature coffins or sleep chambers, and then somebody said they had to pull out the plug or something, and you said okay, but no gay stuff. Meaning like since we're all in bed. You remember that line?
Well, that was one of those episodes. I think every month, because it was on for like 4 or 5 years, right? News radio.
Yeah, that's the only one I saw. Is the one with you in it, or the only one I remember.
In every one of them, but the thing about when you saw is every month they would do one special category.
Andy, your fake son is here. This is somebody that I thought was Andy's son up until a couple days ago. Right, Andy's son?
Right. We kept that going for a while.
He's been a great father to me, and he did such a good job raising me, and I look great and I feel great.
Okay, so that is Eric, who I thought was Lucas. So actually, Andy does have a son named Lucas, but this is not Lucas, but I thought it was Lucas. And we went out to an Easter dinner, and I thought I was going with Andy's family, but it was a fake family, right? Right, Eric?
It's a fake. No, it's not real family. I really love him. We've been friends for 2 years. That is real.
Okay. Just add an N to son. Okay. So what's going on over there?
Oh, it's just pure fucking hell.
Really? What's the problem?
I just woke up. I almost missed the podcast altogether.
Really?
Almost.
Were you up late? I thought you were going to go to bed early last night.
I did, but there's so many people living over here that and then Saturday night, that's why I was begging you to cast.
To what?
Change the time. Like we can do it at 6 at night or something like that.
Yeah, that would be better for you, right?
Yeah. It's just hard to get up. I'm on the world's worst sleeping schedule. But I mean, I like it, but what I like about it is that I'm awake when everyone else is asleep. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're up all night, right? You enjoy that? You don't find a problem with that at all?
Well, yeah, when I have to get up early like this, I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I like having God, they're always fighting out there. Can you hear them?
What are they fighting about? Oh, look what's happening there, Eric.
Oh.
What's going on out there, Eric?
I know what's going on.
I'm on the tablet. Nothing.
Okay. Who's there? Who are the other people there?
I remember.
Callie's on the couch talking shit as usual. Hell yeah.
Can I say hi to Callie?
She hates you.
Hey, Callie. It's very blurry out there, but I know there's a lot of people there.
No, we had a
And-
technical difficulty. But she says hi. She says hi.
Okay,
She's straight.
I got Callie's email. Callie knows my email address. And so she
You guys-
emailed me.
30-day free trial at Kmart. You know those? You remember those?
a jacket and a Dyson hair dryer.
I'm running away.
Callie thinks that I stole her jacket. Hi, this is Callie. Andy says he gave you the thrift store painting. I'm also missing my custom hair dryer, Dyson. It's $400, and my Guns N' Roses sequin custom.
I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Okay, so my Guns N' Roses sequin custom jacket.
Oh, she's just telling. She's not talking bad about you. She just walked in my bedroom. She is. She was just telling.
Paranoid schizophrenic.
What you emailed.
Yeah, it was a good email. I like the email. So the email says, "Hi, this is Callie. Andy says he gave you the painting. I'm also missing my custom hair dryer. It was $400.
Well, sometimes Annie gets drunk and gives things away, and I just wanted to know if you might have my jacket or my hair dryer because I'm missing some things.
Okay, so you're
track it down.
Okay, so you're missing a $400 hair dryer and a Guns N' Roses sequin custom jacket.
Yeah, there was $5,000 that I had made. It's reversible, and it was made for me last summer with Ron Jeremy. So
No, I told you that Anna has that.
yeah, so someone broke into Andy's house while we were at the W.
They don't have to break in. There's no lock.
Well,
They can just walk
I
in.
have a text. I have a screenshot from Anya that Justy sent me.
Anna.
So Anna, she says, "Oh hi, I let myself in. It's 5:21 a.m. We were already checked into the W having a party, and she wasn't invited. She let herself into Andy's house, and she stole things from the house, including a juicer, a jacket, all kinds of things. So when I got back the next day, I had a bunch of things missing.
Was it yours, sir?
It was your juicer.
Yeah, I gave that to somebody.
Oh, okay.
I don't want
My jacket and my hair dryer is really ridiculous. We
the
can't even
jacket.
go.
I thought you got at H&M.
No, that was the designer of Guns N' Roses jacket. The purple.
Oh, that's
sequin.
it. Yeah. No, Anna
Yeah.
has that too.
Well, she has it, so we've had to file police.
She doesn't have any of it. I didn't give her anything. She doesn't really care about crap.
Oh, I just asked because you told me that you gave her that painting from the thrift store,
Which one's that?
the black and white one. Well, you think the one with the flowers?
Oh, yeah, I did. That's mine.
Yeah.
And she says thrift store, but do you still have that?
Well, you know.
Yeah, I love it.
Let me see it.
It might be something. I don't know.
All right.
Well, I bought it for $15 years ago, and I looked it up, and the artist and it could be worth $50,000.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where your stuff is, Callie. I can't imagine who would have taken it. I can assure you that.
Was you? What I said in the email was, if something was given to you by mistake, then I'm missing a few things. I have no clue where it went, and if you had it, return it. If it was given to you,
You look,
you know.
Look at it.
Thanks, darling.
She's just been a little aggravated lately.
Well, people break into Annie's house while we're gone.
That's
You
true.
know, it's so
I
annoying.
had one thing left that was worth some money. One of those Herman Curtin speakers.
Oh yeah, everything's missing.
It's
terrible.
all gone. My door in my room isn't even connected.
The door is broken.
All right. I think somebody that might really like Callie is this guy, Sigmund.
Oh.
Sigmund.
Yeah, hey. What?
We have another person here, right? Named Callie.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
California.
local.
Okay.
Now, what's
Yeah.
up with Dan, by the way? Is he some kind of leprechaun?
Yes, exactly. You see this blinking hat too? I turned on the blinker. It's a blinking hat that my friend Jim got me for thanks. Thank God it's St. Patrick's Day.
Well, I'm hosting Save on Theater with Snoop Dogg and Friends, July 17th. So you all have to come out. We're going to have an amazing time. And it's coming up soon. We got a lot of things going on.
Yeah,
Bishop
a lot
Don
of
Juan
things.
and Snoop Dogg and all of our friends.
Yeah, I was just on that Bishop Don Juan.
We gotta go to
Okay. Go. Yeah.
Eric.
Yeah, go to Eric. The Bishop Don Juan podcast. I've been on it. I know. Look at the,
I'm really gonna love this. This is so funny. I can't even shut the door. Bye, Andy.
Wow. Oh boy.
Oh God. Do not enter. That doesn't stop them. They really kick in the door. I can't. And now I can't enter or exit. It's just hard. Anyways, do you know Bishop Don Juan is Snoop Dogg's spiritual advisor? You know who that is?
Yeah. I thought he was like Snoop Dogg's pimp.
No, he was a pimp. Maybe he did know Snoop when he was a professional pimp, but now he's Snoop Dogg's spiritual advisor.
Yeah, he seems great. He that's your friend, right? This friend of yours?
I love him. I absolutely love him. And I love going to podcasts because I'm a minority. It's like everyone there is black. And then there's me. And I just hang out and I just go on, and he's super sweet guy. I love him. But yeah, he used to be a real pimp, real life pimp.
I thought you did great on that show, Andy. I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was really funny. And you're just perfect there. I wish you were on it. Are you going to be on it every week?
Yeah, because I just love it. I'm having so much fun. Like,
really?
Yeah, and you can come. They want you.
They do?
Yeah, of course. Everybody does. So all these. Hey, can you like not? Hey, Callie. Hey, hang on a second. Bitch.
What? What happened?
I don't know. Just knocking and yelling. I'm like, we're on a fucking show right now. It's just chaotic. This is just pure hell. But I wanted to point out some things. These art pieces. You see them?
That Eric did those art pieces, didn't he?
Yeah, I bought all those.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I just the black party's today or tomorrow. Is it today or tomorrow on the yacht? They're coming now.
Wait, there's a lot of echo. Where are you, Eric? Get out of the hallway. Eric's in the hallway. Eric, get out of the hallway. Get somewhere better.
Eric's high.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he smokes a lot.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, things seem to be going better than I thought over there, actually. So it's good.
Better than you thought?
Yeah, people seem to be good spirits. I mean, even though things are being stolen and all that. Here, let me just add just someone a little bit more normal. Dave.
Hey.
Hey, Dave. You see how everything's going over here?
Yeah, it seems quite exciting. Everyone seems to be having a good time with it. You know, it was real funny because Coach Love at the beginning of the program was like real intelligent and level-headed, and then the Sigmund guy was just completely wild, but he was real entertaining. Like it was funny listening to him. But I was just thinking, you're going to get bothered the whole time with phone calls off Sigmund now. It's going to be around the clock.
Well, Sigmund, he has a lot of women. It was actually like disturbing how many women he had.
What's disturbing about that?
I'll tell you what it is. That bothered me about it a little bit.
Well, before you get into it, is Dave one of your boyfriends?
No, I'm not even in the same continent. Don't worry.
Oh.
Yeah, Dave's just a really nice guy, and we're friends with him. He's a friend of the show.
Super nice. He's cute too. But why does Sigmund have so many girls?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Why does he feel?
Mic check.
Your mic is horrible, Eric. Eric, fix your mic. It's bad.
Why does he feel like he needs those women? I only need one, and I'm talking to her right now.
Yeah. I don't know why he feels. Well, actually, no, you're not happy with just me, Andy, because you're always with everyone. He always has 20 people around him constantly.
I do not invite people ever. I don't call people and say, "Come over, time to have fun." They just show up. Like that's why I didn't sleep last night. I went to bed. I did go to bed early, about when you did, but then I got woken up 3 or 4 or 5 different times.
Hello. Hey, Andy, do you hear me?
It's really loud, Jesse. It's like really loud rap music. Yeah. So Andy's are always with like 20 to 30 people. And so I can never like enjoy just time with him. So I'm trying to figure out if like how to navigate that situation. It's very difficult.
No, you guys didn't.
But he's always surrounded with people. Surrounded. I never seen anything like it. I really haven't ever seen anything like it, Dave. He's
With that every
surrounded.
single week on the show, there's so many different people. I don't think I've ever seen the same person twice in his house. Like there's a whole huge bunch of them every week, like a huge repertory cast of people. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, no, it's he loves it. He loves it. And I was cool with it. It's just I don't feel like I get to know him that well because we're not alone. So
But if you do get married on the honeymoon, is everyone coming as well? Is it going to be like a whole plane ride somewhere?
yeah, I think he prefers being with like 20 people all the time.
No, that's not true. And we
No?
do spend a lot of time alone when I go to your place. Well, I have a Fozzie or dog that bit my lip off.
Yeah. It is like building a relationship is very unique in this situation just because
Your dog bit my friend, though. You're not even putting me on. Like, whatever. You know?
You're on. What,
There's not
Jesse?
20
What?
people here, and we've invited you here a lot, and we'd like you to come. There's 3 people here. But, I mean, you've been here before. I don't understand. We've cleaned, too.
Well, no, there's 5 people here. And then, but, my girl said she'll, and I understand why. She said she'll never step foot in this apartment again.
Oh, and don't go to Tom's either. You weren't invited to the dinner party.
Okay,
Really
you're
rude.
going to start more fights.
Well, I'm just saying. Those were
I have a few other people that might want to get on. Flush should be ready to go in a few minutes. I just talked to him about 15 minutes ago, so she might be in backstage.
That's my favorite band. Flesh, Bone, and Faggot.
What? No, it's not. And Andy, that's exactly why we've been plotting for 5 weeks to do the next thing too for disrespecting people. Like when you overstep, we have to correct you sometimes.
I love Bones. They were.
Let me know.
Terry Heller, my former manager.
Actually, Andy shot a thing with him in November for these comedy sketches he's doing, and it was really good. Good production, everything, and they're good friends. So,
Wait, what did I shoot with them? I forgot.
When you would read the karate thing, remember at Rilla's downtown with the karate?
Am I supposed to put the phone going?
It's called The Highest Master. If you put that in YouTube with Andy or Flesh's name, it'll come up. It's like a little trailer for.
Put my camera
All right.
this way.
So, Coach Love, as you can see, there's a lot going on here.
You got a whole lot going on.
He's got a whole lot going on. It's pretty wild. Relationships are hard enough. At this point, I'd almost prefer someone with Crohn's disease. Crohn's disease would be like a walk in the park compared to the situation at hand here. So, I feel like it's just so hard to have a successful relationship if it's just 2 people. But then if there's like additional people involved, it makes it even more complicated. So in that situation, what should I do? How do I?
Well, first, can I fill her in a little bit even more? It's going to get.
Yes, tell me more.
Well, it's going to get more complicated, Coach Love. So these people are here. They know where I live. The door has been broken in. We haven't repaired it, so people can just walk in, walk out. And I wake up every morning with a different person in my bed. But wait, hang on, Coach Love. But I don't have to any of them.
But
I wake up and I'm like, who's this person?
Sleeping.
That's not my boy.
Lucas is your boyfriend.
No, he's not.
I don't know.
No, he's not.
So let me just ask you this. Andy.
She slept in my bed.
I slept in Andy's bed and massaged his neck all night because he couldn't sleep.
Nobody
ever cares about Andy.
I know.
Only his friends care about Andy. I massaged his neck all night.
And my clothes are on.
My girlfriend, my Snoop Dogg's cousin came over, offered to take him for. My real friends care about Andy.
Gross.
You haven't
I
gone
didn't get him yet.
but we went for
So-
nails. Girls nailed it.
I didn't go.
We care about
So
you.
Andy,
Yeah.
Andy, what do you have that is only reserved for Elise?
My heart.
Yeah, but what's in it? Give me some tangible things. You know. Black Death. Okay, you have Black Death for the one you love. I got it. And then what else? What else? You know?
No, I have such love for her because Sigmund was talking about it. She is crazy perfect. She's beautiful. She's smart. Did you know, unless you were lying to me, that she beat the world champion chess player? The world champion chess player. Is that true, Elisa?
It's true.
I think that's I think that's really cool. The only thing I am curious about, and I think Black Death is really funny, but I
black person. I'm like a dark heart.
no, I didn't think you meant black person because you know I don't know any
Aaron.
person who's Black Death. But if you know them, please don't introduce me to them. That's
What up?
what's up.
I'll say
So-
this: Andy is a very caring person, has a big heart, and he does a lot for people. He's been there for me when I have no family out here to make sure, like, I'm not alone on the holidays. He's a good person. He gets misunderstood sometimes,
And I think that's
and I believe he's
fabulous.
a creative genius. No one has
But so is
anything to say
Gandhi.
about his talent. You know,
Gandhi
it comes
is
with
like
the
a really
territory
good-
sometimes in Hollywood.
Gandhi's like a really good person, but you can't be married to a person who gives themselves away to everybody equally. I'm
Oh
saying,
my God. Can I tell you
what
something?
do you?
In my therapist, I have had like probably 100 different psychologists and therapists. There was a poster, and this was when I was like 15. There was a poster in his office that said, "He who carves him." I don't know why this camera.
Yeah.
He who carves himself to suit everybody will soon whittle himself away.
Yeah.
So that's what you're saying.
That is exactly what I'm saying. And so it's not necessarily, it's not that you're bad. It's just not, you're not exclusive. You're not exclusive. Everybody has a piece of you.
Say that one more time, baby. Coach Love.
You're not bad. You're not exclusive. Everybody has you.
With you?
Oh,
hi guys.
Yeah, people.
You know what, Andy, if I was like going to be a comedian with this, I would say, oh wait, he's everywhere. We can't even.
I've saved his entire career.
Okay, I'm on a podcast live. What did you say again, Coach Love? I'm sorry.
I can't even see you. You're everywhere.
Oh, no.
So what I'm saying is you're not exclusive. You're spread too thin. If I was going to be mischievous about this, I would say maybe you're a kindness slut.
No. Andy has a tight circle.
You're giving yourself away to anybody and everybody at the same level.
Baby.
You have a tight
Please. I can't hear her.
Okay, go. You have the kindest heart. That's true.
So a kindness slut?
Yes, I mean that's kind of mischievous and bad, but to say it that way. But I think you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you know,
I think you're
she's
right.
not at a higher level than anybody. Everybody's getting you equally, and she has put you at the top of her list, and she's giving herself away
She
to
took
you
him out to
at the
dinner
highest
and
level.
didn't even get him a car home. Are you fucking out of your mind? She tricks him into
You
going
can't
to
talk to the doctor like that.
No, I can't because she doesn't know the situation. Nobody's put you at the top of your list but your friends. And you have a tight circle of friends, and it's not Elisa. She tricks him into going out to dinner, to some crappy dinner at Craig's, spends $120 on a steak, and he walks home. She doesn't even send him home in a car. Okay? It's terrible. The relationship sucks. They don't even have a fucking friendship.
I
Bro,
think you almost
what?
agreed with me.
No,
I think you know what? I think you agree. I think you almost agreed with me.
We'll go buy more.
Don't.
Let me get. Let me get Myra.
I'm getting her out of here.
Okay, I'm going.
Bye.
I only said nice things about you.
Well, she's out of her goddamn mind. She really is. I don't know what she's going to.
I think that I think your friends love you a lot.
Yeah.
I think they pour a lot into you. So I'm not saying that you're not getting a lot out of your friends. What I am saying is life is about choices. And if you're going to choose someone to be number one, you know, and make them your fiance, you know, that's like a title. That's like you're here and everybody else comes after you. And it just seems like that she is at the same level, or maybe sometimes after other people. And Andy, I'm going to tell you, I think you might be after other people. You can barely get a moment alone. It's crazy.
Oh, I'm moving actually. For that reason, I'm moving, and her and I talk about moving in together, and I've stayed with her, you know, multiple times, but she won't come here, and I know why she doesn't want to come here. It's just fucking havoc. It's chaos.
So, Andy, I'm curious, do you think, like, if it was just her and you in a house for a whole year, and you just did some normal stuff, like maybe go out to dinner, but no big parties or anything like that, do you think you would feel satisfied? Would you be satisfied?
Yeah, but my problem with that, and I do have one, is I'm trying to get comfortable here. My problem with being with her alone for a while, days or whatever, is, and I've had this problem with every single one of my relationships. She becomes very controlling. Like, what do you want me to do? She becomes very controlling, like all of my other relationships. She wants to fix me. You know, and I don't. I'm 55.
I have a question for the audience. Do you think being in a cage in her apartment, like she wants you to be, is a good idea or a bad idea?
So definitely not a
That's
cage.
what they want. No, that's what they want to happen, or she wanted to. And I want to get some feedback on that from the audience.
Well, I'm going to give you my feedback. I don't think anybody in a cage in any way is ever a good idea. I only painted that scenario to see his level of satisfaction with one-on-one connection. And what he communicated is that he has a fear of being controlled if it's in that situation. And I can see that because it's with all of these people around, I can see that you feel freedom because nothing can hold you down. There's always going to be an interruption. And if it's just you and one other person, there is a certain level of commitment to focus on whatever it is that life is presenting in that moment. And you can't get distracted. There's not going to be a natural distraction.
Yeah, you're nailing it. But
I would try the cage personally, just to try something new. I would check it out.
Fucking cage.
You know, I like new things. Andy, I'll put you in a cage right now. You're in the room right behind me. I'll come in there.
So, Andy, I will tell you what it seems to me. It seems to me that you have a great girl that you admire and appreciate. And if there was somebody on earth that you were going to settle down into, it would be her. And that's why you've given her this fabulous title. But
look, I've been married twice, and I said I'm never going to do that again. I'm never going to do it. But then she came around, and it's just undeniable. And I'd be a fucking moronic idiot not to marry her. And I asked her, and she said yes.
So my question to you is, and I'm not talking about money. Please know that. Let
me tell you about that part too. This bitch pays. My girl pays for me. She pays.
So that's wonderful. But But I wanted to make it clear to the audience that we're not talking about money. I want to know, what is it going to cost you mentally and emotionally to invest in her?
That's a good question, and I'm not sure how to how to do it. I really don't know how to. So that's why we're taking it slow. You can come sit over there. What are you talking about? Sit over here. There's another girl just popped in. So she has slept in my bed, but we don't hook up. And then she's one of them that I woke up. I'm like, oh, Callie's in my bed. The other girl that was just here. I like lose track with who's in my bed.
Hey, he introduced me to my boyfriend. And right now I saved my boyfriend's career last night because I met his manager, Greg.
Drew?
Oh, wait,
boyfriend Drew or who?
No,
or Ralphie?
Michael. Mikey.
Yeah, she dates so many people.
No, me and Michael, I have a video of Michael asking me out.
Which one? Oh
my
God, what's that?
Oh my God. Coach Love.
Yes.
You know, I know that this can't be normal, right?
Well, it is normal for you guys.
Is?
It's normal for you guys. This is your normality. You guys have normalized this situation. This is not unusual. This is your everyday. As a matter of fact, this is Andy's normal. And then you came in and you accepted his lifestyle because you love him.
Yeah.
You know, what's concerning to me is if you have enough to fulfill all of these little pockets that Andy has, because each one of those people that he's allowed in his life fulfills him in a way, and they don't question him. They don't make him go deeper. It's so many people that everybody is just kind of at a surface level. Pretend like we're in a pool. And if we were in a swimming pool, this is so distracting because like Andy's on mute. I can't see you, but anyway,
I'm right here.
Okay, great. So pretend like we're in a swimming pool, okay? And you have the shallow end where everything's kind of surface and the water only goes to your knees. And then you can walk like a little bit deeper. You can walk just a little bit deeper, and maybe you get to where it's, 4 feet. Okay. And everything's, it's comfortable and you're still getting wet. And if you wanted to bend down, you could kind of swim just a little bit, but you're not fully immersed. And that's how it feels with Andy. He's keeping your relationship in the shallow end of the pool. Although he really loves you, he feels that you're special, and he admires you immensely. He's just, because there's so many people around, everything's shallow, you know, and everybody else is filling in all these crazy little gaps that he has, or places that he has.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that. And it's funny that you, it was very sexual what you said, that I get into the pool, I get wet, then and then I bend over, like, what are you? That was funny. But listen, she's right. It's kind of like a buffer so that I don't get fucked over again. Because in my world, I've been fucked over. I've had 3 kids. She doesn't want to have kids. That's one thing. I'd like to have one.
How can I have a kid? We can't even have a successful dinner.
I was going to say, Andy, maybe the reason why she doesn't want to have kids because you've not made her feel safe enough to have a kid.
Is that right, baby? Is that true?
Yes, it's right. How can I feel safe? How am I safe? I'm so unsafe.
You told me it's because you don't want to ruin your body.
That too, but also I don't feel safe.
So, I mean, first of all, there's a whole. It's 2021. There's 50 million ways to have kids without her ruining her body, and it could be your kid and her kid, and she could be a perfect model. But the question is, why would someone procreate with another person who cannot create mental and emotional safety if they don't have to?
Yeah. You're right. And then that makes me think, why do I want to? I want to make one with her. I don't want to. I was adopted.
No, it's not adoption. It's like, okay, what if you guys, finally got to the point of mental and emotional safety and you had a baby via surrogate? It was your sperm, it was her egg, and someone else had it. Would you be mad about that? Or would you be okay with that?
No, I like that. Oh, I didn't think of that one. Yeah, I'd be
right. So that's what I mean.
Coach, we're so far from that.
Because you're not safe. You're not safe.
You know what? None of you are safe.
But you want to know something? There is the feeling of confidence. There's the feeling that if I was hurting or if she was hurting, that you would be available enough to help her navigate forward, whatever forward looks like. And to me, you seem so busy and so immersed with everything and everybody. I don't know if there's room enough for her to believe in you. Do you know how important it is for a woman to believe in her man?
Yeah, of course.
Wow,
and you
like that, Flush?
Yes, indeed. What's up, Miss Elisa, Coach
Yes.
Love, Andy Dick, my best friend. How are you, buddy? Yes, indeed.
God, there it is.
Hey,
Yes,
Flesh,
indeed.
how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you guys for having me back. Thank you, Alyssa, for having me back.
Oh
I
yeah,
really appreciate
my
it.
absolute pleasure. I'm so happy. Coach Love is helping myself and Andy in our relationship because we're having problems. He just has so many people around him all the time.
Absolutely.
People are he's never alone. I'm never alone with him hardly. And it's really tough to build a relationship that way. So what Coach Love was saying was maybe Andy is using those people as a buffer. So he,
in a sense.
like a defense mechanism. So maybe like he can't get close to me. He's scared of getting close to me. So that's what we're just trying to figure out right now. I know Jesse wants to say something about you, Flesh. Jesse, you book Flesh.
How you
doing?
My roommate Jesse, and he's the one that got Flesh up on the show for you.
Yes, indeed. G Ryder. How's it going, brother?
G
Thank
Ryder.
you. Thank you. I
You know what?
appreciate that.
I
How
tell
are you,
Andy
Jesse?
every day, I said, we're plotting on your ass, Andy, for next time he comes out. Like, Andy's a good friend. They've worked together. Me and Flesh, have a few mutual connections about some comedy things in the works. And he's a good friend, solid person. So,
Absolutely.
Jesse, I think you've done this twice now. You say, grab his feet, I'll grab his arms. And you
we played tug of war with Andy because he went out of pocket and said something. We just corrected his behavior,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hanging out.
And hanging out, you got that right. You got that right. Definitely.
So Flesh, I noticed you have a new song. Is that something that you want to promote?
Absolutely. I got an amazing, beautiful new song that's out right now. I need everybody to check it out and go watch the video and subscribe, turn on your notifications. The name of the song is called Dedication. It's doing pretty good right now. It's been out for like 2 weeks now. And it's an amazing song. I need you guys are on Spotify, Apple Music, and all of that good stuff. Go ahead and get in there and put the song on your playlist and a playlist on Pandora and all of that good stuff. Support the song. Brand new. I'm an independent artist. I'm not signed to anyone, so this is all independent. Bone Thugs and Harmony, Flesh and Bone music, and also got a new one coming out on June 10th. June 10th is my birthday. This record is called Take Me Out the Game. It's another amazing record and video. But right now, the song Dedication is the song that's dedicated to all of the people that then lost their lives, that went through all types of hardships throughout the lockdown, throughout the pandemic or whatnot. And the song is dedicated dedicated to people that really, really struggled and lost a lot. lost their relationships, lost their friendships, lost their marriages, lost their homes, lost their jobs, lost all their income and stuff
really
of that
happened.
nature. So yeah, a lot of struggling and a lot of hardships. So that record is one of the ones that's a big one for not only for me but for all of the fans that it attributes and relates to as well. So yeah, Flesh and Bone BTNH on Twitter, Flesh and Bone BTNH on Instagram, and Flesh and Bone on YouTube. The video is very, very beautiful.
I have that video, Flesh. So this
yes.
video, it's featuring you, right? It is another artist featuring you.
No, it's all me. It's all me, and definitely, it features only me.
Is it called So Many Nights?
Oh, that's another record. Yeah, that's a record by my producer, Raiden Rush, called So Many Nights. That's a second. Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up because I was so on So Many Nights, Raiden Rush featuring Flesh and Bone and 23 Tizzle. Amazing record, and another record about struggles and coming up and what it takes, the stuff that you go through to make it and struggling to make it, and then you make it, and you try to hold on to what you get and all of that good stuff. That's so I got two records out there, one that I'm featuring on, and then another one that's 100% me. So Dedication and So Many Nights, absolutely.
Okay, so Many Nights, is that also an independent release?
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay, so I have that here. Am I allowed to play it?
Yes, you are.
Okay, great. Oh, Andy, he's saying something. Hold on one second. Yes, Andy, sweetheart?
Yes, Andy.
Am I unmuted? By the way, this bitch, my girl. I talk to my daughter that way, by the way. She can just mute me. She loves. That's what I'm talking about with the controlling thing. Just mutes me. I can't talk to you. But I know your song. I think it goes like this: vaccinate me, penetrate.
Vaccinate. Nope.
I'm taking it out.
No vaccinations
Andy.
around. No vaccinations around here, Andy. Nope, not vaccinated. I'm not vaccinating you. I'm not going to give you the vaccination, Andy. I'm not giving you the shot, buddy. I'm not. No.
I tell people I got 7 vaccinations just to shut the fuck up.
Oh. So no. Well, no. Nope, no vaccine. You're not gonna get me vaccinated, Andy. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, you guys both have the same stance on that. Everybody, check out this video. I'm about to play it. So Many Nights featuring Flesh and Bone.
Yeah.
Man, I swear that this game got me losing my mind. Man, you know the streets ain't right. Yeah, feels like I've been doing life. Yeah, but I know I'ma get mine. All this pain in my heart, you can see it in my eyes. I remember so many nights. Yeah, I been grinding until it's light. Yeah, Lord, I'm just trying to get mine. I've been out to getting this paper, yeah. I done came a long way from beating on tables, yeah. Now I'm seeing clear through my Cartiers. Gotta thank the Lord above that He made a way. I'm down on my knees praying with no oversight. Lord, I was all alone with all my. Yeah, what's the thing, am I wrong or right? Yeah, I was out there living that life. Now I got a man cause I'm on. Had to get it all on my own. Now they just wanna hop on my bone. But it was you when I was broke. Man, I swear that this game got me losing my mind. Man, you know the streets ain't right. Yeah, feels like I've been doing life. Yeah, but I know I'ma get mine. All this pain in my heart, you can see it in my eyes. I remember so many nights. Yeah, I've been grinding until it's light. Yeah, Lord, I'm just trying to get mine. Can take a walk in my shoes and find it's a hard line. Trying to keep my head up, keep my bread up. It's fine, you in the crime until you face it hard time. Gonna leave your family behind and go and do it by the time. Now, if you're lucky, you might just get a second chance. And if you get it, just play the music and dance. Put up your bottom dollar, they waiting that you fall off. But I'm used to popping my collar, never taking a loss. That's how it is when you're here trying to get yours. Once that you get there, get even the score. I put a twist on it, determined to get my right. I'm loving God and family, now I'm living a good life. Swear that this game got me losing my mind. Man, you know the streets ain't right. Yeah, feels like I've been doing life. Yeah, but I know I'ma get mine. All this pain in my heart, you can see it in my eyes. I remember so many nights. Yeah, I've been grinding until it's light. Yeah, Lord, I'm just trying to get mine.
The game done changed, done switched. Everybody in this bitch rich. Never hate on another. I flip the boxes, the burgers, I really lived it. My mama died, then my daddy died. Couldn't cry, I had to say goodbye.
ain't right. Yeah, feels like I've been doing life. Yeah, but I know I'ma get mine. All this pain in my heart, you can see it in my eyes. I remember so many nights. Yeah, I did grinding until it's light. Yeah, Lord, I'm just trying to get mine.
R.I.P. Sabrina. Love. R.I.P. Sabrina. Already. Much love. Already. Much love. Always be loved. Always every respect. Every respect. In the building. From my little sister. You know what I'm saying? That's how we rock. Long live Brina. That's all.
Oh, there were burning barrels and puppy tails and possibly Billy. And there was Musa too, and you never knew what that crazy son bitch was gonna do. There were bed bugs and bug bugs. Yeah, there were bed bugs and bug bugs. And there were heat jobs, they didn't keep jobs, but they stayed alive in the man cave life. Johnny B.
Spider monkey. Yeah, 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 spider monkey. Spider monkey. Yeah, 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 spider monkey. Always putting on the show when he's leaping to and fro, spider monkey. Whoa. He's hanging and he's swinging, the comedy's bringing when he's jumping all around the place. Such a fuzzy little clown, you can't be feeling down when you're looking at his funny face. Yeah, 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 spider monkey. Spider monkey. Yeah, 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 spider monkey. Spider monkey. Spider monkey. Spider monkey. Yeah, 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 spider monkey. Spider monkey. No, he doesn't have a care when he's sailing through the air, spider monkey. Spider monkey. Everybody clap along with the spider monkey song, spider monkey. Spider monkey. Yeah, 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 spider monkey. Spider monkey. Yeah, 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 spider monkey. Spider monkey. Spider monkey. Spider monkey. Yeah, 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 spider monkey. Spider monkey. No, he doesn't have a care when he's sailing.
So, Flesh, I noticed that there was a magazine article online that I read about you talking about collaborating with another artist. What was that article? Where was that?
So that was Hip Hop DX. Came out a few days ago, like a week ago, and it was an article where it was I was kind of like saying, you know, my brothers was having a hard time getting along with the Migos or whatever the case may be.
Migos, M-I-G-O-S?
Yes, M-I-G-O-S. So a couple of my brothers, Lazy Bone and Dizzy Bone, kind of like went at them on records, you know, kind of like, you know, smashing them, just completely smashed them lyrically, creatively, and intellectually on music. So, but my whole thing is to put that to the side. I really actually couldn't get in the way of how my brothers addressed that. But for me, my whole ideal was to be able to work with these guys because I actually like these little cats.
Well, they're
like
really big, right? Migos, isn't Offset? Is Offset part of that?
Yeah, Offset.
Okay.
And Offset. Damn, I forget the other two names, but
I
Offset
can
is
tell
the
you.
one. He's.
Okay, so Takeoff, Quavo, Offset are the members. They're from Lawrenceville, Georgia. I think they're pretty big. I mean, you guys are big too, but they're also big.
Yeah.
And so there was some like beef, and and then you want to clear the beef. You're not mad at them.
Yeah, I never was mad at them. This is like for me, it ain't even like that. See, because I'm comfortable with where I am in my career, my success, and so like for my brothers and everything, they really wanted to check those dudes and put them in a place. I've been around. My career is 28 years old. My career is going on 30 years successfully strong. I don't know how many other artists that can say that they've been around, and I don't know if the Migos is 28 years from now is gonna say, yo, I'm still here strong and popping.
Right.
I respect them as a group. I respect them for their creativity. And for me, I'm looking at it as like a so-called OG. I'm too much of a king in my own respect when it comes to the music that I put out. I don't. If I had to come at somebody like that, I'm not going to be coming at these teeny boppers like that. I'm OG flesh and bone. Why am I going to disrespect just because they felt like they disrespected me or whatever the case may be? My whole thing is like, look, these guys are new. They just came out maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and they admitted that they tailored their music behind Bone Thugs and Harmony. And one of the reasons why they got signed because the guy that signed them said that he was looking for a group that can do what Bone Thugs and Harmony do in a new twist or whatever the case may be. So all these new cats coming out emulate and want to sound like Bone Thugs and Harmony, and Bone Thugs and Harmony should look at that and not get angry and get mad at these guys when they are saying that they're so right now Migos is out there saying that they're the greatest artist, they're the greatest rapper, and this, that, and the other. Fine. Me, like I said, I'm OG flesh and bone. I don't care if these new youngsters is coming out saying that I'm the greatest or whatever the case may be, but they are the greatest, and they can be the greatest with respect to the streams that they get. I come from the era of record sales, CD sales, and all of that stuff, and brick and mortar mom and pop stores and stuff like that. These guys come from the era of streams, computer, and social media. So
does it seem easier now, Flash? It seems like that would be way easier than the way you did it.
Absolutely, it's definitely way easier than the way we did it. The way we did it was 1,000 times harder, 1,000% times harder.
Yes.
And right now, the reason why I'm an independent artist is like the whole game done switched and changed. Right now, what you have is the ability to have access to the consumer at the press of a button. So now I don't have to go through the record company in order for me to put out a single and have a significant amount of percentage of my fans have a direct connection to me without having to go through a record company. Today, social media, computers, internet, and stuff of that nature allows the fans to have a direct relationship with me because of the internet and the social media, and that's a positive thing. And this is why record companies are obsolete, and this is why obsolete and to say they still got the money and to splurge on an artist or whatever. But anybody that can create a following and earn a living today without having to be caught up in the all of the bullshit that comes from being tied down or tied to a record company. So yeah, that's a beautiful thing, and that's why I tip my hat off to a lot of these youngsters that's out today, and they hot and they popping in their own right. They deserve that, and whatever the case may be. They don't too much respect nobody, and I don't care about all that. I got, like I say, I'm in my.
You feel disrespected?
No, my brothers felt disrespected, and that's why I put out that, and I said what I said in that article and said, look here, put all that nonsense aside. I'm a businessman. I would prefer to do work with these guys and try to do collaborations with these guys versus me putting out songs talking about fuck this dude or fuck that dude.
That doesn't seem like good energy to me, Flesh and Bone.
Right.
Yeah.
So I like to put a twist on it, and the challenge is this. This is the Flesh and Bone Thugs and Harmony Migos challenge.
Yeah.
Do a goddamn song together.
I love it. I love that.
That's the challenge. Do a fucking song together.
Yeah.
Y'all the greatest. Y'all little cats talking about y'all the greatest. These OGs that say that they the greatest. Okay, here's the challenge. Do a song. Let me see how smart you are. Do a song together.
Yeah.
Really, really shock the world and let the world get some really amazing entertainment and entertain the world and bring all of that energy to the table and create some music together. And that's my challenge to Bone Thugs and Harmony and the Migos. But I guarantee you, and one of the things that I'm afraid of is that their egos are in the way.
Yeah, that ruins everything, the ego, Flesh.
Everybody
Everything.
got egos bigger than the moon. So
Yeah, that's true.
that a challenge like this is too much. And I don't think, and I don't think those dudes got the courage. And I'm coming. So when I come at you at the level I come at you, you're not gonna like it because I'm gonna call you a coward for being a fake ass businessman and hiding behind your fame. You did what I'm saying.
So you think they're hiding behind their fame there because it's easy for them to like ignore your challenge?
I think everybody hiding behind their damn fame. Yeah, whoever got fame, they hiding like a motherfucker, and they scared. So
yeah, not to mention any names or anything, but
no.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I'm hardcore when it comes to a certain situation. Like right now, the world need to come together on a whole nother level of letting people let me be me. If I feel like I'm the best at what I do, so what? Leave me alone, man. Let me think that I'm the best, man. I got fans that love to hear me say that. So stay out of it. And that's how I feel about everybody, man. You got the right to say or do whatever you want as long as you ain't putting me through no hardships or trying to harm me. Say what you gonna say, man. I don't care. I really don't care. And I really appreciate you sharing that song.
I love the song.
Me and the fellas really worked hard on it. I'm working real hard on my music. This is what I feel that I'm created to do. I feel that God.
Hold on 1 second, Flesh. I just have a caller. Kermit and Friends.
Yeah.
Hey, Elisa, Smokey.
Hey, Smokey.
I have a question for Flesh and Bone.
Great. What's your question?
Wondering if you could tell us how it was working with Biggie, and does he have any cool memories of when they did that song with Biggie that he'd like to share with us?
Great question. Great question, Smokey. Thank you.
Well, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I can tell you, I met Biggie on several occasions, and I can't spill too many beans about it because I have stories that I'm writing a memoir right now. And the thing is that Biggie Smalls was incredibly, extremely talented and humble at the same time. You understand? The man had a lot of power and pull coming out of New York, and the experience that I had with him recording the Notorious Thug song, Bone and Biggie. I had an opportunity to write a verse, but it came down to a point to where I couldn't even put that verse in the song because the verse had turned out to be too long. It was pressed for time and everything. Biggie was trying to force the song to get on the record, but P. Diddy was like, "Yeah, man, this right here is enough right here," and it is what it is. Biggie, we had an amazing session. It started off with just like Puff Daddy, Biggie, myself, Lazy Crazy, Wish, and Busy in the studio, and then it turned into a whole big ass party with people all over. It was a celebration, you know what I'm saying, with celebrities coming to the table, and that was a very monumental event in hip hop history. He was humble. We was able to share a bottle of liquor together. Of course, we was smoking. We was smoking the best bud and sitting there at the table writing. He was an amazing. I have stories about all of the greats in hip hop. And Biggie Smalls was one of the ones that had a real serious impact on as far as how humble you need to be with respect to how creative you need to be. And his whole vibe just was it was an amazing vibe. And then I'll never forget it. I had a great time with him in the studio. I love Puff Daddy, and I have a great relationship with so many people like Puff Daddy throughout the industry. You know, Bone Thugs is like I don't know, the Rolling Stones, the Jacksons. You know, Bone Thugs done rubbed elbows and had the privilege to not just be in a company, but to be friends with just about any and everybody that are great in the music industry. That's just, and it spills off into the other world. It's like I'm great friends with Andy and a lot of other people. Biggie Smalls, definitely his example and his it goes down in history. Of course, he's still popular. He's still the best out of New York. So it's still so he still holds that crown. So yeah, definitely. Miss
And
him.
Flesh, Biggie was in the news this week.
He was.
Yeah, they said the name of the person that killed Biggie may be revealed.
Oh my God.
Do you have any theories at all, Flesh? Like when I say that, like who comes to your mind? Anyone?
Well, it was a lot of bullshit in the industry going on at that time. And one of the things that Bone Thugs and Harmony was able to stay away from was this so-called East-West Coast beef thing.
Good for you.
We were encouraged to stay out of that nonsense, and we did to the best of our ability. And without it being turned into something, they took some nonsense East Coast, West Coast beef and turned it into something physical.
Ridiculous.
Meaning that when I see you, I hate you. I'm going to take off and punch you in your face because I hate you that much because of this dumb shit that we done created. We're supposed to be out here pushing a line, building careers. But hey, let's have an East Coast, West Coast beef that went out of control. And honestly, I don't want to speak too much on nothing that I don't know too much about with respect to Biggie Smalls and however, the fact that though him and Tupac's killers has still yet to been truly revealed, it might, I feel that it's a lot of it's a lot of stuff going on with that whole case. I'm glad for one that they may be revealing the murder of Tupac. Biggie Smalls, because that's enough is enough, man. You mean to tell me after all this time, after all these investigations, you got all these detectives and not one damn detective, not one damn whatever the case may be, has been able to solve. They can solve every other goddamn crime except crimes like this, man. The shit makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's so upsetting and disturbing. So you never had a feeling that was any particular person, though?
I think it was a feeling of a lot of probably out of retaliation what happened to Tupac, and people stupid enough to step up and say, okay, it could have been a hit. And stuff of that nature, and I think it was a hit, and I think it was out of retaliation because of what happened to Tupac. You feel me? And and I had my own theories and thoughts about it, but I really, until the truth comes out, and I really don't want to be speculating or anything of that nature, because I think speculation is a little reckless.
Absolutely, yeah. Totally. Okay, so everyone out there, I know everybody loves Flesh, so check out all his new music because he's putting out new music. He has videos. That video I played was awesome. I loved it. And Migos, right? Migos, if you're watching this, Migos, please collaborate with Flesh because he's a great guy. There's no reason to have any hate with anyone, right? Callie, you want to collaborate with me?
Callie.
Oh, I didn't know you want to do a
You
song.
want to collaborate with her.
No.
You want to do a song with me?
Say no, you dumbass.
Yes. What are you talking
Say
about?
yes all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All three of us.
What are you
I'm
talking
gonna
about?
say yes.
Probably fashion.
I'm gonna talk
Fashion?
to you, say yes.
Yes.
Are you talking about fashion? Or
She's
what?
a no, and because they're
She
both
said
out,
yes.
I'm in.
But I don't know what she's talking about.
She said yes.
Because of the podcast and the great relationship, I'm in for $3 million for 6%.
She said yes.
leprechaun on this show. That was weird. I thought.
Lori, what's on the wrap-up show today?
Oh, the show.
Talking about Coach Love and Bone Thugs and Harmony's new music and your relationship with Andy. And
Great. Awesome. And you're not Muslim anymore.
L'chaim.
It's complicated.
So there's lots of things happening. I actually have to run off to a meeting. I wish I could do this all day, Kermit and friends, but I really do have to go. Thank you everyone for being involved. Lori's going to be hosting the wrap-up show. I hope Hud, are you going to be on the wrap-up show today?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Where do you have to go?
I'm going to a meeting.
What about?
You're not gonna have dinner with him?
Yeah, I always go out with you after the show.
If you would like to come here, if you would like to come here, Andy, I'd love to go to dinner with you. I really would.
But what's the meeting about?
And I'm his son, so I'm coming too.
No.
What's the meeting about?
She will only take whoever she wants.
What's the meeting about? What is it?
See, this girl has some sense finally.
We can be friends. I will help you sort this man out.
All right. That sounds like a plan. Thank God.
You know how? By spreading the balloon.
Stop.
Andy.
I'm just kidding, baby. You know.
Let's have dinner.
I love dinner with no one. No, it didn't.
What happened?
I gave up.